Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates, starting with this huge report from Gerard Romero claiming that Premier League midfielder Ruben Neves is set to become a Barca player sooner or later. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, in this episode, talking about Ousmane Dembele, as it has been reported that the PSG target wants to continue at Barcelona. The club has already tabled initial renewal offer. We are going to be discussing more on that development. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. There has been a lot of confusion surrounding Barcelona's pursuit of a new defensive midfielder this summer. Coaching staff led by Xavi Hernandez has targeted a host of top-class options such as Martin Zubimendi and Joshua Kimmich, but neither of the two appears to be an affordable option for now for FC Barcelona, owing to the club's economic situation. With confusion and uncertainty all around, Gerard Romero claims Barcelona will make a move for Ruben Neves. The Spanish journalist even believes that the Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder will become a Barca player sooner or later. There is no doubt club president Joan Laporta shares an excellent relationship with Jorge Mendes, who is the agent of Ruben Neves. The Portuguese has promised Barca in the past that he can engineer a deal for the Wolves star in the coming summer. Laporta himself has propagated the idea of signing Neves as the ideal replacement for Busquets, but he has been held back at times by Barcelona's coaching staff, with Xavi doubting the player's lack of defensive prowess. But as the Catalans slowly run out of options, Ruben Neves might be the last resort. Despite the doubts from the coaching staff, the Portuguese international does come with a good reputation, having made over 250 appearances for Wolves since joining the club in 2017. The 26-year-old is regarded highly for his technical ability and aggression. He also has a vicious right foot that makes him a threat from long range. However, funding a move for Ruben Neves could still be tricky for Barcelona, even with the help of Mendes. Wolves have clarified that they have no interest in a player plus cash deal and would only entertain a cash offer, which could make things difficult for Barcelona. Therefore, it will be interesting to see how things transpire in the coming weeks and whether or not Neves truly becomes a Barcelona player next season. The search for a DM continues to make headlines as multiple players are linked. Ruben Neves, for one, have been a player that we have been talking about for quite some time, and there have been a lot of division as to the player signing, as President Joan Laporta is a huge fan of the player and have been pushing so hard for the player to come to Barca through his excellent relationship with agent Jorge Mendes. And of course, Xavi Hernandez, meanwhile, doesn't want the player to come, as Xavi doesn't see Ruben Neves as the best fit for the Barca style of play. Xavi prioritizes Martin Zubimendi among all others. So that's why there's a problem, because I'm even surprised that the president have a big say in this transfer and really wants it to happen. But from the look of things, according to reliable Barca journalist Gerard Romero, Ruben Neves will become a Barca player sooner or later. So we can expect anything from now. Of course, Ruben Neves is a very good player. We have been seeing him in his performances playing for Wolves in the Premier League. And let's see. Yeah, he's not the type of Busquets midfielder for sure, but let's see how it goes. If actually the transfer materializes, if Barca or will Xavi be able to sign another DM just to satisfy his need, or will he go for the Ruben Neves and that's all? It all remains a big question, because if Ruben Neves come and Javi start benching him, it will be a problem because Laporta himself have gone through a lot to ensure that Ruben Neves come to this club. Since last year, Laporta have been a huge admirer of Ruben Neves and have been trying his best to ensure that the player comes to Barca. Of course, let's see how it goes. The good thing about Ruben Neves is he's that kind of DM that also guarantees you goals. He scores goals, the long range goals. He's an expert in that domain. And of course, that's just one of the key differences. But he's not too that technical like Busquets. Busquets is more defensive, doesn't score much goals. Ruben Neves scores goals and is less defensive. Then on to the final story of discussion. Journalist Santi Ovale has confirmed that Ousmane Dembele is not thinking about any other team than Barca now. He wants to renew his contract with the team and negotiations have already started in the Barca offices. It must be remembered that Dembele and Barcelona were two protagonists of an absolute drama last year, with the Frenchman refusing to accept Barcelona's low economic offer. Those sitting in the offices tried to push him out of the team before the two settled towards the end of the previous campaign. As it turns out, until his injury, Dembele was Xavi's go-to man this season, and now that his contract is about to expire in 2024, talks regarding a possible extension have begun to take shape. As Ovale writes, the player already has an initial proposal on the table after his representatives met with Matteo Alemany a few weeks ago. In that meeting, it was established that although the forward wants to stay, he will respond to Barcelona's offer by the end of the season. At the moment, the 26-year-old is taking the liberty to analyze the situation now that he has all the details of the proposal. Unlike the last year's meeting, Barcelona will now offer him a long-term contract, and despite knowing that Paris Saint-Germain are well and truly interested, he is willing to continue. It is believed that the 26-year-old is very much comfortable in the city. He arrived at Barca as a 20-year-old raw talent, and knowing that he has Xavi's full support now, he himself has admitted that his heart is set on Barca. My big dream is to win a Champions League with Barca. Winning a trophy with the club you love is the best, he said. I've been a Barca fan since I was little. I've always been a fan of this team. I feel very good here and I hope to become a great player here. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.